estimated it would need approximately $900 million to implement its first climate action plan fully. Yes, $900 million. Let that sink in for a second, because that number tells you everything you need to know about the position our country was in before we made our first climate promise to the world in 2015. And that was NDC 1, Sierra Leone's first ever nationally determined contribution. And today I am breaking down exactly what was in it. But first, some context. In 2015, Sierra Leone was obviously still recovering from the brutal civil war, of course the Ebola outbreak, and from decades of underinvestment in basic infrastructure and services. And yet, in the middle of all of that, our government sat down and wrote a climate action plan. Because the impact of climate change was already being felt by communities. The flooding that was reoccurring in so many communities was costing families to lose everything they have to a crisis we did not create. So I want you to know that Sierra Leone contributes less than 1% to the global emissions. But what did Sierra Leone actually promise in NDC 1? First, it's mitigation, which means reducing emissions. Sierra Leone committed to reducing its greenhouse emissions by up to 30% by 2030, but only if international financial support was provided. And that, my friend, is called a conditional target, meaning we will do it, but we need resources to make it happen. And the sectors targeted was energy, agriculture, forestry, and waste. And these are the areas contributing the most to our country's emission. 2 was adaptation, which means protecting communities. This is where NDC 1 got personal for communities like ours. Sierra Leone actually committed to building resilience in sectors most vulnerable to climate change, which includes agriculture, water sources, coastal zones, health, and human settlements. And you see that $900 million I spoke about, it was not just a number I pull out from thin here. It represents the real cost of everything that was promised. Protecting communities, building resilience, transitioning to clean energy, adapting to a crisis Sierra Leone did not create. But here's the painful truth. The money was largely conditional on international support from wealthy industrialized nations whose emission built this crisis in the first place. And the support did not always arrive. And the amount of money that was promised did not come to in the framework that it was actually needed. So by the time NDC 2 came around in 2021, Sierra Leone has already reckoned with the NDC 1. And this is exactly where we're going. In NDC 2, I will be breaking down exactly what was updated, what we strengthened, and whether we keep to some of the promises that we actually said are stated in NDC 1. So if you care about policy related topics like this, share this with a friend, or better still save it so you can watch it later.